Let's go, buddy.
Voodoo. Hot D-toddy.
I didn't think you were going to do that if
Yeah.
I played this.
We got to talk over it so it doesn't get muted on Facebook or copyright infraction on YouTube.
Make up your own words. Gonna get punched in the face.
I got punched in the equilibrium.
Boop, boop, boop.
Everybody
Jazzercise
Jazzercise like Little Mike. What's his name?
Mike something.
No, Matt.
Little Mikey.
Oh, God
John
damn
Paul knows that he can't
Don't
say
unmute
a
him.
thing.
It's not worth it.
No. I wanna make him suffer. What is the guy's name?
You're on a computer.
I'm not looking it up. No.
Yeah, but you know how infuriating that is if someone's listening to this?
Good. Yell at the radio right now. Yell at it. Get it out.
Transcription by Otter.ai.
Mm-hmm.
Not a sponsor, but I still have a boner for how good this is.
Yeah.
And you guys don't use it, I think, because I have such a boner for it.
Well,
You know,
the
like when
boners in general turn us off.
But you know when you get so excited about, you just want to tell everybody, oh, dude, you got to check this thing out. And then they're like, meh. And you're like, no, I know this will save you a lot of time.
Can't be too pushy.
You were talking about this the other month.
Yeah, you can't push it too much.
Here's this new knife I found. It cuts through all the stuff you want to do for barbecuing. It helps you prep.
You got to
People won't
inception
go.
it.
I know, it's so weird. You have to actually.
God, if only there was a transcription service
You need to.
that required Wi-Fi.
You know,
That's the downer.
this actually dovetails. We didn't even practice this to go into talking about content, but content creation specifically,
We're
not
just that
publishing. But like, you have to bring people into your world instead of. I have a bad habit of trying to get people to go, dude. You got to check this out. You got to check this out. Remember I told you about this?
Yeah.
You can't care after a while.
Right.
I'll still give them the one loop. I'll give them like, hey, you should check this out. Because occasionally people listen.
You do get to say "I told you so" down the line, though. That's always nice.
No. No one remembers that conversation.
Well, you do though.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because
You
if
get
it
a
doesn't happen to them,
superiority boner.
yeah.
We'll come up with a better one. We'll figure it out.
I was trying to go for boss or manager. I was trying to think of something superior, or just what's the feeling of superior? Let's spitball this a little bit.
Just with elevation, something rising.
I'm better
above.
than you.
I'm better than you.
Yeah, you can say phrases. It's fine. We can spitball this out.
Better than you.
Like,
owner.
yeah, I'm a better human. Boner. It sounds like
I'm a better.
sounds
I'm
like
gonna let
you're
JP
Russian.
weigh in.
That sounds like you're Russian. I'm a better human boner.
Yeah. That's not good. John Paul, you got any?
On superior boner?
Mm-hmm. We've been talking about it for hours at this point.
I'm on it. I'll start thinking.
Yeah, I was going with premium.
Doesn't
I was
help.
trying to look at premium. Maybe I could play with that.
Maybe we're too stuck on the word boner.
No, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
It really is the best one, though.
Yeah, boner's like the easiest kind of like, you can kind of say it almost anywhere. There's
Still
a guy
crass.
on, what was the show, Tony Danza, Who's the Boss?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a guy named Boner
Yeah,
on
his
that?
name was Boner.
There's, whatever sitcom had the kid named Boner on it.
It was with Kirk Cameron.
All right, so it wasn't Tony Danza one. It was the
That was Who's the Boss.
Alyssa Milano one.
That's still Who's the Boss.
I don't know how you know this better than I do.
Tony
We're the
Danza,
same
Alyssa
age.
Milano. That's.
I know, but I never watched any of those.
I didn't either, but I know that.
I know Joe from The Facts of Life. I got that.
It was what was it with
I know Good Morning Miss Bliss was
the
the
dad of the
original
guy.
Saved by the Bell.
Wait, what?
You didn't never saw Good Morning Miss Bliss was the original Saved by the Bell?
Oh, really?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
It was in Indiana.
I do remember that.
Lisa, AC, and Zach were the only ones that, and Screech.
Screech was there the whole time.
Wait, Lisa wasn't there.
No,
wait.
Lisa was there. Kelly wasn't
No,
there,
no.
and Jesse
AC
wasn't
there. AC wasn't there. Sorry. It was like, if you look at it now, not knowing about it, you're like, oh, they got an AC like lookalike in 8th grade or something, but
Oh yeah, they had that one little hairy guy.
right?
He had like all those. He buttoned his shirts up all the way with the big collars.
Is he Spanish? Is he Asian? I don't
He's
know.
all of them.
Yeah.
They're just checking boxes.
Hawaiian? I have no idea. Polynesian? Whatever. He's
yeah.
like The Rock. We don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what they're going
We don't
for.
want to know.
So we want to do one on creating content, episode on that. It's something I feel like I have a conversation a lot, and I always preface it with this. sometimes when I give free advice people don't ask for, I try to preface it with, I'm telling you this to really tell myself too.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what a lot of people are doing when they're kind of dispensing advice.
Yeah, these motivational speakers.
Or
It's
just like
partially for them.
if you're this, you can go borderline to blowhard pretty easily. You know, if you're doing this all the time and it's like, and it's not even real
Tell me about it.
advice.
I have my own podcast.
Right.
Telling people
That's
how
what
to
I'm
get
saying.
incrementally better.
Yeah, I got to get my I think I'm gonna go with work harder or work smarter, not harder, just so we can tag that.
What was the other one with the Miami?
Oh, Advice City.
Advice City.
That'll be the swipe-in show. Yeah.
Sweet Jesus.
We want to FaceTime with people because it'll be the love line of business, really, because I listen to Loveline a lot growing up, and it's really just made by the calls. I think that might be the biggest thing we do. I think that has the biggest ceiling.
Sure. Yeah, we like to play with the crowd.
The engagement factor.
Improv.
This is all content, right? So what is content to people now? I think when you hear that as a small business owner trying to do your own hustle or whatever, I tell everybody you can do content no matter what.
It's a huge mountain for people.
Feels that way.
Right.
Even
it's really not.
And look, I'm right in that mix where I should be writing almost every week, every day or something. You know, like take 2 hours out of a Sunday and write.
Well,
you don't have to do that way.
No, but like just the other day I was editing my wife's blog post, which is something she like kind of is getting into.
I forgot you're good at grammar.
She's like writing her own stuff, and it's like she had 3 of them. Good. About 500 something words each, which is enough, and it's something that she knows a lot about. And when she's in the moment and she's going to write about it, boom, those 500 words come easy. If you're writing about content that you know, like, this stuff should be easy.
Right.
And catch that sort of lightning in a bottle.
You're already passionate about it.
Right.
I think people think it's a book report to the public.
Yeah.
And it's not. You know, like,
if you're in the mode of making content because you want your business to grow, you're there. Like, you have the passion.
Here's what we don't want to see out of y'all is the corny selfie videos on LinkedIn that I see. Do you see these in your feed?
Yes.
That are like contrived, you know?
Okay, you want to talk about contrived on LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Just today,
that's the whole thing.
I put my job as Mr. Manager at Forest Hills Dental.
I saw that.
For 6 months.
Almost hit you up and was like, hey, you may want to put something legit as your title because we might be able to get prospective clients that way in a weird way. But that's another.
I don't plan on having a legit job.
First off, I wasn't going to tell you that. I'll do it publicly on the
I
on the
already
podcast.
knew when I did it.
But
I was
Mr.
like,
Manager makes you sound
my
definitely
second
like you're a
dad.
slave.
But the people who watch
I'm a
Arrested
Mr.
Development.
Then no one will get that. I watch it. I didn't get that reference. Dude, I have pretty good Sonny.
I don't care. I want the deep pull reference. Give it to me.
For
I
people
want
on
that one
LinkedIn?
guy. I want that one guy
Oh
to be
my
like,
God.
that's great.
That is.
Anyways, the number of like automated congrats on your new job messages you get.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, why?
You should do what I do and put every client we've had as a job that you've worked on.
Yeah.
So my profile, like I did that to see you. I paid for the premium, and my profile like fucking shot up 4,000% or something crazy.
What do you mean shot up 4,000%?
So I would do it and I would space it out. I would do it like when a client we just exited on Cracker Jack Media or something. I'd put whatever our title was for that job, web developer or something like that. And then I put that as a job in the months that we did it in.
Sure.
Because what sucked for us as an agency or firm or whatever, we have a lot of clients, but it's just one thing on there for 4 years or whatever.
Right.
For Tokabaga, you don't get the credit for the other shit. And we're really bad about pushing those things out. So I did that. I did it like once a day for a while. So my resume or my profile looks like a fucking scroll.
Or you can't hold down a job.
No, I mean, in digital, no one cares about that anymore.
Oh, cool.
They want you to be able to come in and get out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
You were just dadding me, bro.
Dude, that was a dad move.
I was going to tell you to take that down.
No, I was going to tell
exactly
you.
what my dad would say.
I was going to tell you. Well, now it's even worse because now you're going for that one lonely guy that watches.
That's
Sunny.
what makes it good.
You
it's
make
not
a
always
connection?
Sunny. It's Arrested Development.
Or, you know what I mean? Arrested Development.
Just Manager.
Why don't you just put just manager?
Okay, maybe I'll change it to that.
or captain of back rubs or something.
Just manager. That's pretty good.
So titles aside on there.
And then get 9,000 more congratulations on your new job as just manager.
Look, those messages, I don't know how they work on people because I get probably 3 a day. That's the bad part of all that.
Yeah.
But the thing with LinkedIn, it's a good thing you kind of brought LinkedIn into the fold because if you're doing a blog post on your site, you may want to redo it. You may want to do it again on LinkedIn too. On their own, they have their own publishing platform as well.
Yeah, actually, through Squarespace, they will push blog posts to LinkedIn.
The share buttons at the bottom of a post, right?
No. Like when you're publishing,
automatic push.
Yeah, when you're publishing a blog post on Squarespace, it'll push to Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn.
Here's what I don't
Those
like
are the
about it.
three.
Maybe they've changed it because I used to not like it, so I haven't really used it, that feature, because you can't write the post copy in there. I call it social post copy. Whatever you're writing in the post to say like, hey, here's something I wrote, or whatever.
Yeah.
Put an
you're right.
emoji. It might get you 8% higher,
Yeah.
looks.
So, yeah, it will just publish as the blog post title. So
Right.
there was something to that.
And that gets devalued when you do that. I think just like reviews where we say, hey, can you write a review, 5-star us on iTunes? But write one sentence, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the same. It's the same logic.
He's tapping over there.
You
tapping
always have to think of incentives of the things you're publishing on, right? So Google wants you to create content forever. That's what they want, right?
Right.
They want you to do blog posts. They value your SEO a lot higher if you do original content.
Mm-hmm. I pulled up a newer article about the length of blog posts.
300, right? Minimum?
It used to be
300 words?
300 to 500, and now it looks like they're skewing more towards longer blog posts than 500 words.
What are you getting there? What is it saying?
It doesn't have an exact word count. I mean, there's a lot of graphs and shit.
Let's
But
see.
it basically
Neil Patel probably has one. He's like the John Loomer of SEO.
Ooh, the John Loomer. Who the fuck is John Loomer?
You don't remember from 2 episodes ago? The Facebook ads. If you want to do Facebook ads, go to John Loomer's site. Just Google him. I forget how you spell John, if it's Jon or John.
They'll never figure it out.
John Loomer. He will break down Facebook ads really basic and easy to follow and understand. Because if you can try to do it through their best practices, but it's not. For whatever reason, all these platforms don't teach their own stuff very well to people at that very entry level.
Yeah. I don't know. You did the Google AdWords certification, didn't you?
Yeah, but I just did it for the certification.
Right, but I mean, I thought the interface and the instructional was pretty good. Facebook sucks.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot.
Facebook is so unnecessarily complicated with stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like taking advice from anybody, kind of what we were talking about. If you're the recipient of advice, you're going to pick and choose what you want. And so, same thing of learning this stuff. If it doesn't work for you there, if you're on Facebook and you like it, great. It works for you. But don't get stuck if you're not learning it right there, right?
Yeah.
There's some asshole out there that's made their own, that some of them make a lot of money teaching this.
Yeah.
And LinkedIn, to bring it back to LinkedIn, because we love LinkedIn here.
Huge on LinkedIn. That was another one of the themes I wanted to touch on for our theme song.
I like it. I'm huge on LinkedIn.
And dad boners.
Dad boners. All right. I'm in it. Wordplay. Yes. Video games from the 90s. All right.
We were having a good time.
We were
before on the off-air show.
We were doing real work. Okay. So creating content. Don't think of it as a homework project. Here's how I tell everybody. You're first off, it can make you money. Just try to think about that as an incentive.
Definitely.
But here's the hard part. You just have to be consistent with it.
Uh-huh.
Right? We're up and down. We'll get into it. What you need to do is you can almost schedule out every piece of content you want to do. Right?
Sure, yeah.
We do this podcast sometimes a couple weeks ahead, a couple days ahead, whatever. But right now we just did 2 back-to-back episodes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the smarter way to do it. Because we're all 3 of us are in the same room.
Exactly.
And that's more efficient,
and
right?
we can schedule it out.
Right. And then same with writing a blog post. But here's the way to do it that I tell everybody. Treat your content strategy like you're the editor of your business's magazine.
Yeah.
Think of Sports Illustrated, right?
Yeah.
All right? Do one really thoughtful piece a month. Try that.
No, I don't want
Just try it.
to. Okay.
Look, if you're in whatever business you're in, or you're trying to do something, you're that person working at a job you hate, and you're doing the side hustle, and you're listening to this for advice. Here's what I tell you: you are just what you just said a couple minutes ago. You're already passionate about it.
Yeah.
You're probably, you could be an expert in there already, but your passion alone, it should drive you to want to talk about it.
Exactly.
Now-
All those people that are like really successful, you ever notice how passionate they are when they talk about whatever it is they're talking about?
Right. And
They found their thing.
And a lot of our job sometimes is extract. When we onboard someone, I want to extract that passion. I want to go. I try to write down little notes. Okay, they like this. They like this. They mentioned this.
Yeah, you go a little bit deeper, find out how they got there.
All we're doing in the branding phase and like the content phase in the beginning is I want to find out what do you love about what you do.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna try to I'm trying to. I don't want to call it coaching. I want to try to just remind you. Hey, remember you're gonna send me some ideas about that one thing.
Well, a lot of people don't know their mission statement. They don't have this like vision that every single business class in the world tells you. Like, think about it. Like, it's a good beacon to keep in mind.
To bring client. What's our mission statement? I gotta reread it. I gotta redo it. I gotta redo the whole business
I don't
plan.
know what
But
it is.
here's what I'm saying.
Make
Don't
money.
don't think about that. I don't want anybody listening to think about that, because that is gonna bog them down even more.
Right. No, I'm saying
Just-
for us
No.
coming in, we have to learn who they are, sort of.
Oh
thing.
yeah. I want as much information as I can get out of them. I want to know their cost per lead, cost per acquisition, lifetime value of a client on the mass side. On that branding side, I want to know why. Their why. Start with why kind of stuff. The Simon Sinek philosophy.
Yeah.
You got into this for a reason. If it's just to make money, that's fine. You may not have the passion for the thing you're doing. A lot of people don't. You may have gotten into a business some weird way, or you may have just been good at something you don't really give a shit about.
But you're passionate about that money.
Right. So let's tie it around the value aspect of it if you're that kind of person. Because we get that a lot too.
Think about the stuff that you could buy with it.
or you
Ferrari.
could just say, "There's the value I bring to this service is blank," and then start from there.
Yeah. My energy.
The product we create does this. It provides this value for our customers.
Sure.
Or you can outsource that by asking your customers, clients, stuff too.
Yeah. Why'd you choose us?
Yeah.
What made us better?
Yeah. What? Get a testimonial and then double bang that.
Yeah.
Because that's marketing material.
Exactly.
So that's the other part. If you're going to do content, try to get a few different uses out of it.
Sure.
Right now, we're doing this podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's an audio version, there's a video version, and then there's going to be a transcription version.
Mm-hmm.
And so now if we're on our game, we're hitting it all three fronts.
Yeah.
Basically.
And our technology is a little bit more advanced than you might need if you're doing your own marketing.
If you're doing the hustle thing, you work somewhere you hate, you're doing the hustle thing, yeah, it might what we've got here may be a little bit out of reach for most people.
Right.
But for most businesses, what we're doing is way underneath their budget.
Oh, for less than $1,000.
I almost puked when I heard people were buying AM radio time here for $3,000 an hour. I was like, we got to get this studio maxed out.
Oh God.
So here, let's
that hurts.
let's talk about some hacks to writing or to getting content out there, right?
Water.ai for one.
Oh,
I mean, you
I-
said
I-
it yourself. You're writing blog posts,
it's literally.
muttering to yourself while you walk the dog,
I know.
picking
I
up
look,
his shit.
I look insane.
So you gotta get that content out there.
Yeah. When I was at my 4:30 game consistently, I would try to write, like dictate something in the morning. Just start talking, just see where it goes.
I'm not. I wish I did it.
You can do it too.
I will.
Yeah, I want to write before this show. I want to try to write about subjects to have a little bit more research. That was my goal for this show, content wise,
Yeah.
or creative wise, I
Yeah.
should say. Creative's different to me. Content's
Sure.
the meat.
Yes.
Creative's more of the design.
Content is about volume and consistency.
But-
Creative is going to be
Creative.
put a little more time into
What's
it.
the style tone? What's know
Mhm.
when you're editing that for y'all's blog posts? What kind of tone do you want
Right.
to be expressed as the brand?
Yeah.
Which is really,
What you're pushing.
your wifey though,
Yeah.
because you're the behind the scenes guy. She's the front.
Yeah. It
Right,
helps to know what she's trying to say.
Your power back end.
Power front, power back.
Yeah, you bottom from the top.
Oh.
I've heard that one. You're a power bottom, but you bottom from the top.
Bottom from the.
Yeah, that means you.
That's mind
That
blowing.
means you're so badass at being a power bottom. Or wait, you're.
And your dick must be really long
I
and
heard it.
curvy.
I think I heard it on Guys We Fucked, but I heard that and I was like, damn, that is a good saying.
Okay.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, everybody's got this in them, right?
Yes.
It doesn't have to be the best thing ever. Perfectionist is not the way to go with content. Here's why. Just think of the news cycle right now. I want you to think about, I'm trying to think of a story that happened like maybe 3 weeks ago that we've already forgotten about.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it so doesn't matter that I can't even procure one in my head.
You know what pops to my mind is there's
Coney?
An app. That's a good example. There's an app that I see advertised on Facebook all the time.
Zika?
It's like I think it's like Calendly or something. Whatever. It's an app with
Confederate
an LY
statues?
at the end, and it's a woman who's like their spokesperson doing straight up selfie videos, and she doesn't wear any makeup, and she's like really close to
Ew.
the camera, and I like stop and I'm like, what is she doing? Like that sort of thing. But I'm like, oh shit, it's that same woman who got me to stop and look at what she's peddling again.
So what was this on?
Facebook is an ad.
Yeah, now you're dissecting ads. I love it.
Well, I'm just saying
But now you're getting the consulting entrepreneurial guy ads.
Oh yeah.
Of like,
Yeah.
Hey guys, here's how you make 6 figures. I'm in
Yeah.
my Camry. I keep it because I keep a low profile. I don't want to. Like you see
I don't
right
want to
through
embarrass you. Yeah. But I mean, the point is that just having the passion. I don't even know if that woman has passion. I don't care. Like I looked at it for a
it.
weird
Narcissism,
reason.
whatever.
I mean, you've got it there. It's not. You don't have to do video. It helps. It's the best. But like, sitting in front of a computer is not going to have you like on the spot. I feel like that's a big thing for people to overcome. Is this feeling like everybody's looking at them?
Oh yeah, just I'll give you the David Letterman thing about when you do stand up that I love. The first 500 times don't matter.
Yeah.
They don't count.
No.
And it's like that when you're going to start doing content in whatever mode you're going to do it in. Just think of it like you're just putting it in the ether. SEO is a slow game anyway. So if your mode is writing blog posts, it's going to take a while for that to get really picked up.
Plus, the more you do, the further you bury the old shit.
Right. And
like it straight up just goes to the bottom.
and you can say I'm most improved. I got the trophy for most improved this
Yeah,
year.
that's what everybody wants.
I mean, I have that too. I have that. Oh man, I want to write something about that, and then you put this barrier in between for some reason instead of just sitting and writing.
Yeah, nobody's gonna want to hear me talk about that.
So here's how you can break down a blog post really quickly: is you can 1, 2, 3. Let's break everything into threes. We've talked about that with just work in general.
Mm-hmm.
So
or maybe a 5-paragraph essay style.
now,
intro.
But now we're thinking about
Intro 1, 2,
school,
3, and then
people
the
hate
end.
school.
It's just
Listicles.
It flows better. if you
Listicles
write
are the
5 paragraphs.
easiest. Look, listicle,
What the fuck is a listicle?
BuzzFeed style.
Oh, just the quotes other blog posts.
It's a cheat code because we like reading in lists. If we're reading something quick, we like lists like that.
For sure.
Just think of everybody's going to read this on the toilet. That's how I do it.
Yeah, bullet points.
So if it's really long, you're saying, what is it, 5,000 they like?
No, it's saying it used to be minimum 300 to 500, and now it's trending more towards longer blog posts because somebody who's writing more about it obviously must know more.
But we need to back that up. I want the minimum I've always stuck with. It used to be 250, now it's 300. That's the amount of words I know to get to populate in search results. That's all. Not like the what's better, but what's the minimum?
The minimum is going to be 300.
Okay, good. And then you need to look at what Vice does. And maybe I haven't looked at Vice in a while since they're kind of becoming like a conglomerate. But let's say Vice 5 years ago, the way they titled their stuff really long like that is really smart.
Yeah.
So if people use what is the site? The headlines score thing we use?
Share through.
Share through.
Yeah, that actually has some good tips.
Oh, it has all, like that's like fucking gold.
Yeah.
It actually gives you all the keywords you should use in context. Like it'll say, don't use try to use a celebrity name. Try to use a brand name.
Make it longer.
Try to use fear, risk.
Yeah.
Like these kind of actions, things that'll make people stop.
Yeah, go back and look at our episode titles and see these things broken down.
We should open source the scores and just see, I don't know, for funsies.
Okay.
You know, like
Against what?
we're going to do it against ourselves with our new idea going forward.
Okay.
Because we're going to post what we want to do. You got to always test it too. We're going to post the title differently on the sweatequitypod.com. I'll do the same exact content, like embed the show episode, but I'm going to try to pick something else out and write a different title.
Yeah.
And then put the transcript, non-edited, from otter.ai and just put it in there. When we were doing that consistently, we were getting like quality leads.
Yeah.
And we just didn't
There's
keep
something
it
to
going.
it. Yeah,
and I
it's-
fucking hate myself for that.
It's a lot, man. A lot to keep track of.
It is and it isn't. It's
It is now because we haven't streamlined the way we can.
right. And the reason everyone's like, you know, no matter what we do with this is the only consistent marketing, and it's not even direct from Tokubaga, the firm, but
Yeah.
it is still the only consistent marketing we do as a firm.
Very few people have an hour of content a week for their marketing firm. Like
And-
straight up hour.
And if we're fucking on our game, we have a guest in. What I want to get to the point is we pull out clips for them, send them the video. They can use it however they want.
Yep.
But they're gonna, if you give them a ready to go like tiny ad,
I know. The
we'll
key
get
is-
there. We'll get there.
The key is the little banner underneath.
Yeah,
Make their own little personalized banner overlay.
yeah. We need to get some After Effects. We're getting in the weeds here, but we need to get some After Effects lower thirds sweeping in.
Yeah.
Those
No,
are
don't
those
get me
little.
started on After Effects. I got to talk to you about that later.
Why?
Our good friend Damien at 208 Monkeys not happy.
About you looked at it.
It's a whole thing. No, it's not. This is stupid.
It's
Let's move on.
video nerd fights.
But I am coming for you, Damien.
He's on Bernie too, the dolphin that got burns on
Covered in burns. The burn victim dolphin looks just like a regular dolphin.
it. It looks like Deadpool
He looks like
without the mask on.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
So
white people colored.
let's get back content. For me, here's the best way to do it. And let's just stick to blog post stuff.
Because that is the easiest way to push out your content and
Yeah.
get ranked on Google.
Yeah, video is going to make you more vulnerable. Let's put it that way. Like, I mean, it is hard to. I have a real problem trying to figure out how can we do direct to camera commercials without feeling douchey.
Yeah. Well,
I just need to do them. I
yeah.
shouldn't care.
I just need to get in here and just make you do it.
People think I'm a douche anyway, so why not just flood the market?
Right. Exactly.
Locally.
Play into it. Lean into
Oh,
it.
I'm going to.
It's not bad. Nobody thinks that.
Right. And
Nobody
that's
even
it.
cares about us.
I'm actually
That's
doing.
what
I'm
the point
doing
is.
what we were just talking about. I'm making that audience that isn't there, right? That
Mhm.
roast battle.
Making them
They're
more
gonna heckle
important.
the shit out of you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck anyway?
No. Yeah. Anybody who even sees it, they're not even like. They're still in their own world.
Let's put it
They're
this
worried
way.
about their shit.
And you get worried about your close like dude friends because they'll haze you the most.
Yeah.
They'll play it in front of everybody
Yeah.
to haze you. They'll
Yeah.
set it up.
Yeah,
They'll
if
have
I-
a barbecue just to play something that you did.
Yeah. I don't really have that going on with my friends.
Yeah,
I got
you
nice
don't.
friends.
You left
John
last
Paul's-
Sunday.
Oh yeah. Well.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
there was
forgot.
a lot of shit talking about you. You know, AJ was on his
DJ
game.
Garbage Pussy.
Yeah,
He loves me.
if you need to see Garbage Garage, is that up anywhere?
Yeah. Timpaniac Productions on YouTube. We just had it pulled up earlier.
John Paul,
Watching the veterinary abortion clinic.
excuse
We
me.
were talking about how we're pulling it down.
Oh, you can't. Not everybody can see the veterinary abortion clinic, but the garbage garages are still up there.
You want to explain that sketch real
2-minute
quick?
warning.
No, it's pretty self-explanatory.
I don't know. There's some real nuance in that one.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What if you went into forceps?
Where
and
we
shit?
go through the garbage and talk about it.
Oh no.
I still think it's a good idea.
the vet one.
Oh, the veterinary abortion clinic. Yeah, but that can't get out.
Yeah, we did a
I'll never be
medical
president.
marijuana one. That it's funny now. I forgot we did it,
I know.
and it was a parody of another commercial that didn't really stick around.
Yeah.
So it just looks like a weird
We just
commercial.
look like condescending assholes. Yeah.
But
one's
still
still up.
content. That's when we're
Still
doing
up.
a lot more comedy. We're like, we got to do sketches. We got to put it out there. We got to try something. I mean, that's what you do. You swing. You just try to swing for the fences for that.
John Jacobs, Tampa News Force, is my hero for content.
It's actually really great.
Dude fucking puts it out.
If you're not in the Tampa Bay area, you're listening to this. It's like kind of like The Onion in a way.
It's exactly like The Onion.
Like but good.
But
There's a lot of fake onions out there.
Right.
This one's pretty good.
Yeah.
He actually did something good.
No, and he's going out
Like,
and he's
John did
doing the
some
work.
good content.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. He talk about throwing mulligans out there. He's thrown some
I love it. I love it. He's
spaghetti on the wall.
He's the guy that you got to strive to be when it comes to just who gives a fuck?
All
Nobody does.
So I got to finish the magazine thought. So what I tell everybody, because we got to give a real kind of something pragmatic in this. I use Evernote, use Otter.ai to dictate. I use Evernote religiously. If you're an Office 360 person, OneNote is Evernote's like their shitty version of that. Just like Yammer is their version of Slack. They just go, what's going on over here?
Really?
We'll make a shitty version.
I've never even heard of it.
Oh, yeah. I've had clients talk to me like,
Yeah, man.
we're not going to do Slack. We're going to do Yammer. And I'm like, no, it's in the contract. We're going to do Slack. That's like the only
I
quirky
quit.
thing we have.
Yeah.
But I'd say you got a passion. Now treat yourself. Treat yourself. Treat your brand, your business, the side hustle you're trying to get started. You got to treat that like you're writing a magazine, but don't think of it like overwhelming. I'm just trying to give you tent poles to how to write content.
Think of it like you're giving somebody something.
Well, one could be a listicle. You can do that probably once a week if you had to, but you don't want to do that all the time because you're going to run out. It's going to feel daunting, right?
Yeah.
Write one thoughtful piece from the heart. Try to do that. This is what I say. That's your cover story.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You have Vanity Fair. They've got one big cover story, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use Sports Illustrated because I don't know Vanity Fair. On the
You
back,
do.
yeah, I only.
You get that. It shows up
I-
once a month right there on the front
I
doorstep.
like
you know,
picturing
you like
all those classy women naked. I go to the museum and they kick me out. But at
you can
the
just
back,
draw them.
the back of Sports Illustrated always had Rick Riley, right, for a while,
Yeah.
and he did corny dad play, wordplay, like usually about golf.
Yeah.
But it was an op-ed. I liked reading it.
Guy had the best job in the world.
I know. So you got those two tent poles, right? If you're running that magazine, then you got Faces in the Crowd.
That's the 2-minute warning.
That's the easy blurb to write, right? Because you're always looking for that information, right?
Which
You're
high
pulling-
schooler broke which high school record this week?
Perfect. You could. All right. I was telling my buddy who's a realtor. I was like, you could pull up just industry stats from the market and just try to talk about that. You're doing it anyway.
Yeah. Find out the longest sentences.
Or
of the
figure out
stats.
what to look for when you're buying a house, just little stuff, and then break that up. Don't put all 40 tips in one thing.
Yeah.
Milk each piece that is.
Milk it, baby.
Milk it like a prostate
Like a prostate.
and just let it
period.
rip.
Did you come in it?
Mm-hmm.
Right
Perfect.
before we leave.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe that's why we don't have more sponsors.
I'm not changing it.
That's I know.
That doesn't. That one's in the top
okay.
row, bro. That one stays.
Look, if your mom's house is killing it with the content they push, the videos they're showing from those cool guys.
Exactly.
Shout out to them because we love them.
Oh God. Yeah.
All right,
We'll
so
never beat them.
writing content, do it from the heart. Try to dictate. If you hate writing, sitting down and writing. Most people are that way, but try to dictate like a crazy person, like I do, in your car, whatever. I get a lot of ideas from jogging, like from physical activity.
Maybe we should have a worst of contest to make people feel better.
What do you mean?
Just give it your best shot, and then who gives a shit if it's bad, and then send it in. If
The
you think
worst person.
if you think it might be bad, send it in, and we'll see who's the best. Or we could roast out all of them.
Either I like all of it.
Ooh.
I like some of it. You can do it in your review of us on iTunes.
What about my sweat equity?
This is a 5-star.
Sweat equity.
Yeah.
Sweat equity.
SweatEquityPod.com.
You didn't want to end with the Tyson punch out?
Nah. I was afraid I was gonna fat finger the button.
We got to get your fucking soundboard keyboard.
Yeah.